Right here, right now in this video, I am claiming dibs on being the creator of the phrase time maxing. You've probably heard of various types of maxing in your time on the internet. There's gym maxing, looks maxing, money maxing, career maxing, so many more. You let me know in the comments down below other types of maxings you might have noticed over the time, or if you happen to come up with any new ones, because I came up with a new type of maxing myself that I've realized over the course of this month. Time maxing. Honestly, it's the one I care about most. I realized it's something I've been doing for a while, but this month I was really focused on increasing the amount of free time I had, and I've realized the best way to describe it is time maxing. It's not about doing less because you're lazy. It's about structuring your life so you actually have time to live it. Like how I do all this YouTube stuff in a way that I can take a day off, or two, or three if I really feel the need to do so. But before we get into all that, be sure to give this video a like, comment your favorite type of maxing, and how you try to apply it to your life. And don't forget to subscribe for daily videos from Zillennial Nexus, cultural commentary from a man caught between generations. Now, my definition of time maxing is as follows: limiting the number of tasks and obligations you have, or structuring them in such a way through the practice of dandori to have as much free time as possible. It's a little something I picked up from playing the Pikmin games. For those of you who haven't played them, there you play as someone commanding the Pikmin. You have to manage your time and plan accordingly because you have a finite amount of time to accomplish what you need to for the in-game day. So in the case of the original game, you play as Olimar, an astronaut from some planet of Hakotate, I think it is. It is. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, you have 30 in-game days to gather your ship parts and escape the planet you're stranded on before the life support system runs out. So you have to manage your time and resources accordingly. So yeah, it's about doing things as quickly and efficiently as possible. Now, traditional time management involves just cramming more into your day. Time maxing is about doing less or bundling things smarter. So, for example, okay, it's a little bit about adding more into your day, but not really cramming it in, or it's about being able to clear space where possible. Take the start of this month, for example. I recorded 5 videos in the morning on July 1st, went to see my movie, and then when I got home, I edited all 5 of them into the night. And then the next morning, I uploaded, titled, and scheduled them so that I could take the 4th of July weekend off. More recently, I have been switching. You saw my video yesterday, as of the publishing of this one, where I ranted about how I'm tired of cooking and how I'm switching back to quick and easy options. Yeah, that's time maxing. So instead of making pizza dough that has to rise for 40 minutes and it gets messy and such, I am going back to buying frozen pizzas once I clear the flour in my inventory. I might have to buy another jar of yeast. I'm starting to realize I should not have bought another. What was it? I should not have bought another jar of sauce because I could have easily finished what correlated with that jar of sauce and probably not have had to buy a new jar of yeast. I'll get back to you on how that goes. Anyway, there's also switching from cooked meats to prepackaged deli meats that I can just throw on a sandwich, and then that's a meat and potatoes when I have some 1/6 of a bag of lightly salted chips. I'm not gonna go over the whole food thing all over again, but you get the idea. There's also how I use it to stay ahead of things on this YouTube channel. I recorded that video last week. This will be published 2 days from when I'm recording this. After I finished editing everything on Friday, I actually decided to take a break. So I took that time off so that I could focus on playing through Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition because, my god, it takes hours to make any sort of significant progress because of all the traveling through the open world and then obstacles that come up. I've seen some YouTube videos complaining about how open world games like that are a lot of empty space, but Breath of the Wild has decent amount of challenges in there, like enemies, stamina you have to use to get past certain obstacles. You get the idea. Anyway, over the course of when I got home from the instant gratification job on Friday through the end of yesterday, that being Monday, I put in about 30 hours of playtime for Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. Basically the amount of time that goes into a full-time job, but it's because I wanted to do that and because it was mostly because I decided I would rather just wait until my mom left for her trip to Florida like she did today. So that's why I'm feeling free to record this now because I knew that I would get frustrated with the slightest of noises and such. And yesterday she worked from home, and I make it a point not to record when she's working from home, but that's beside the point. I'm optimizing to own my time, and yes, accomplish a little more, or have things set up in a way so that I can take a step back where needed. Getting into the dandori connection, it's the Japanese concept of preparation and sequencing. I use it in work, cleaning, even cooking to the best of my ability, though that breakfast taco still takes so much longer than just putting a frozen breakfast sandwich in the microwave, and then the entire breakfast is ready to go. So yeah, I use Timemaxxing along with this by pre-making decisions like breakfast just being the breakfast taco and soon to be the breakfast sandwich across the board. Stacking my errands based on geography, like going to Star Market after therapy instead of on another day where I happen to, or having to go out exclusively for that, and then setting a weekly structure so each day feels lighter. Like, a lot of this YouTube stuff, I actually get done before lunch and I have the rest of the day. If I want to get ahead, I have the option to use the afternoon or even the evening, like I did the day I recorded and edited 5 videos in one day. So, dandori makes the execution of it smooth, and time-maxing makes life breathable. Yeah, it also freed up days like my day trip into Boston. Anyway, to push back against some misconceptions, it's not laziness or being antisocial, or, okay, it is kind of avoiding responsibility. It's about minimizing responsibility. Taking a page out of Lester Burnham's book and looking for the position with the least possible amount of responsibility. I do what matters most, and then I leave it at that. It's not failure, it's freedom. Because anyway, you can money max later at any time, really. Chuck Norris said in his autobiography, Against All Odds, one of the great things about America is you can start to succeed at any age. I don't know how true that is today with the economy, or if he's got that boomer mentality, because we all know that companies favor would try to pass over a particularly young or a particularly old candidate for a job. But yeah, that's beside the point. Time maxing is a form of life design to maximize your amount of free time so you can put it to something else, whether it's something that's a little more productive, comparatively speaking, like doing a YouTube channel or working on your, or writing a book or something like that. Or just to have as much time to play video games as you want, like what I did. Okay, I wouldn't particularly recommend doing what I did with Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition these past few days. In my defense, I want to be able to move on to something else as quick as possible. I didn't 100% it or anything. Okay, 100% of the shrines because I wanted as many hearts as possible before facing Calamity Ganon. Right now I'm doing the DLC, which I actually never got around to during its initial run because the way I handled video games, I would play through it to trigger the credits and then move on to the next game. And then I actually never picked up Breath of the Wild again beyond just the Master Sword trials. I would do those on Saturdays back when it was Sunday through Friday, work on the video game I was focused on. And then Saturdays would be for whatever else. We'll talk about that another day. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here for the video. You let me know in the comments down below what you think of time maxing. And again, you let me know other maxings you can think of beyond what I already mentioned. I'd love to know what types of maxings you can focus on. It's a very fascinating concept, and right here, right now in this video, I am claiming dibs on being the creator of the phrase time maxing. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for daily videos of cultural commentary from a man caught between generations. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.